networks don't talk about it.
Big Doug.
Does your wife hate you because you're busted?
Government can't tax it.
Big Doug.
Did you blow the kids' college fund on bad picks?
But sports betting is a $200 billion a year business.
Big Doug.
Telephone turned off? Mortgage payments 2 months behind?
A lot of gamblers out there, man. And they have needs.
Big Doug.
Your car repossessed? Call Big Doug.
And come Monday morning after a losing weekend, they got big needs.
Big Doug.
Gargantuan.
Mully and Hanley, Chicago Sports Radio, 6-7 to the score. Big Doug joins us now on the Home Run in Pizza Hotline. Visit HRIFamilyFun.com to find out how to save up to $34.95 on your next family outing. And Big Doug, Brian is not here today. David Hall from the Chicago Tribune is sitting in.
Mm-hmm.
Brian apparently, and I don't want to steal any of your thunder, but he kissed his sister with you, or he kissed Big Doug and he liked it. 13-11-1 on the year. Big Doug now 13-11-1 on the year.
That's right.
Our caller last week went 4-1. Last week, Big Doug 4-1.
Wow.
I mean, you, Mr. Tide, are just like the cleanup man, Mr. Tide.
Way to go.
I'm gold. I am gold. Now, David, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Doug. Big Doug.
Geez, I wish I would have been able to talk to Brian. I had a couple of numbers for him in Vegas. Some specialists, some human relations specialists. And I also want to tell him, in Vegas, nobody's ugly after 2 a.m. So I missed them. But anyway, maybe I'll fax them. That's what I'll do. And also, I want
Fax.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Text them. That's my problem.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Big Doug needs to get on Twitter.
Big Doug's leaving a paper trail. That's the problem.
I got in an argument, all right, with Candy the other day about technology and computers. She was all over me, screaming at me. You got to download this, download that, download this, download that. I said, download? What the hell is downloading? I said, the only time I downloaded was I was in the bathroom. So that was it. We got in this big fight and everything ended up, But anyway, we're kind of, back together again. But I tell you, it's been a good week for me. I've been making a lot of money. I'm happy. And David, as you know, you probably don't know, Mully's been away for a week. He's gone to anger management course.
I'd heard that, Doug. Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I'd heard that.
Damn it, Doug.
Grapevine.
Damn it, Doug.
I'm telling you, the course lasted 2 days. The rest of the time, he spent arguing with the people about the money or the fee. So, I mean, this guy is... Hey, David, I'm telling you, I'm serious now about this. You got to be careful with him. I know you're there alone with him. Mully could start a fight in an empty room. I'm telling you right now. And the Irish are never at peace unless they are fighting. Father O'Connell told me that. Why do you think Brian went to Vegas? That's the reason I figured about that.
What did the Irish guy say when he saw two people fighting? He said, "Is this a private fight or can anyone join in?"
I love Irish. I really do. I mean, I jump all over them. But hey, listen, I got to text your Big Doug. Who is Aston Martin? I don't know who the hell that means. Does he play football?
Tony Siragusa was referring to Elshon Jeffrey as Ashlyn Martin. Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, isn't that great?
Well, wow. I don't know. Is everybody else in this world a moron or is it just me? I don't know. Oh, here's a beauty. Here, another text message. Big Doug. I love this one. Tell Mully and Brian the reason God created alcohol was to prevent the Irish from ruling the world. That was from Ricochet. Dave, I've often heard Mully say, liquor is a slow poison. I'm in no hurry. So that's what he's got. But here's the best of all, guys. The best of all. Big Doug. Heard about you, all good. I listened to you on the Mully and Hanley show. Give me a call. I have an interesting proposition for you and your girlfriend, Candy Kane. Signed, Bubba the Love Sponge. What's up with that?
Oh, Big Dog. That's
you heard of the SpongeBob SquarePants? This is Bubba the Love Sponge. Huh?
Dustin knows him. I don't know.
Well, this clown sent me 1 pound of crushed rhino horn. And as you know,
Oh, yeah.
aphrodisiac. And it really works. The only drawback is I have an overwhelming desire to charge a Land Rover. That's exactly what it is. Anyway, that's
All right, let's get to it,
get
Big
to it.
Doug. That's
What
awesome.
do we got?
Let's with a little college football action.
The Irish.
You got Stanford. Yeah, Stanford, the Brainiacs from out west, coming to Notre Dame, the so-called Brainiacs from the Midwest. What do you think? Notre Dame is giving them 9. Count them, 9
that's a big
points.
number.
Huh?
Big
Well,
number.
they're ranked number 7. There's no question about that. Last week they rushed for 376 yards. I'm talking about the Notre Dame. And, I mean, their defense is outstanding. They're playing tremendous defense. I think they're only giving up 7.8 points per game. That's probably like second in the nation. And I take a look at Stanford. You know, Stanford won the last 3 games against them. I think the last 2 meetings, yeah, they did win. And their quarterback was Josh Nunes, passed over 360 yards, beating Arizona last week, 54-48, and they were down 14 points. That all being said, I'm going with Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame can wipe this team off the map.
Brian also will be going with the Irish.
Wow.
He is?
Yeah.
I hate him.
And Larry from Joliet is our listener this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, not good for the Irish. He picks them, too.
Does he go?
Big Doug. I'm begging Big Doug, please. Big Doug. Said, please don't break my knees. Big Doug. Here, take my baby's college money.
Your Dallas Cowpokes are heading to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, and the Ravens are the favorite in that game. They are giving 4 points, Big Doug.
Well, Dallas, after offering a bye, no question. The Bears, give them a moon pounding. You use Dan Bernstein's little saying on that, but they got a moon pounding from the Bears, and they never beat the Ravens. The Cowboys, when they played them, the times they did play them, they scored as 90-38. I mean, the Ravens have beat them 90 points to 38. Romo's a 70.5 quarterback rating, 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. The running game is poor. Mully is not running very well with 3.9 yard average. The offense line is poor. They're second worst scoring offense in the NFL. They're the second worst running game. I'm taking Dallas over the Ravens.
Brian is just as ill-advised as you are, Doug. He takes the Cowboys.
How about this? Larry from Joliet is on the bandwagon, too.
Get out.
You guys are walking in lockstep.
I thought I was pulling one off.
Big Dog, he's coming for his money. Big Dog, he wants all his money. Oh, crap, it's Big Dog! He's got a crowbar! He's breaking in my home! He's gonna break my bones!
Well, like most of the division, the Detroit Lions on the road. In fact, all the division except for the Bears. They're probably on the road, too. The Lions are at the Eagles. Philadelphia favored by 4, Big Doug.
Well, the Lions secondary is weak. Excuse me. They can't cover kicks. They're off on the bye, obviously. They're giving up 28 points a game. Stafford, 81.6 quarterback rating, 3 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. LeSure is only averaging, 3.2 yards per carry. But here's the amazing thing about that. Calvin Johnson, Megatron, only has 1 touchdown so far this year. So that bothers me. But then take the Eagles, their turnovers are killing them. There's no question about it. And Vic's the one doing most of it. They have 14 turnovers, and Vic is responsible for 11 of them, 6 interceptions and 5 fumbles. The Eagles last year, they got 50 sacks. Not anywhere near that this year. I know I'm looking at this very closely, and I'm saying to myself, you know what? I think this Lions team is overrated. I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Wow. Brian disagrees. He goes with the Lions.
What does Brian know?
So does Larry from Joliet. We finally have a difference here.
Because it's called Big Dog. My car's getting bigger. Because it's called Big Dog. My house getting bigger. Because it's called Big Dog. My wife's breasts are getting bigger.
One of the classics. All right, here we we go. Let's play the NFC Championship game again. The New York Football Giants on the road at San Francisco. And the Niners are favored by 7, Big Doug.
Giants, they count on big plays down the field. Eli Manning, I think he's the best quarterback in the league in the fourth quarter. Bradshaw last week ran for over 200 yards. Eli Manning in October, guys, is 24-5, so he's big in October. He has 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 96 quarterback rating, and he's getting excellent protection from his offensive line. Hey, by the way, the reason the New York Giants fans are depressed is because the light at the end of the tunnel is New Jersey. Anyway, San Francisco lost the Giants, as we talked about last year, the championship game, and I think they're the second-best team in the National Football League. Vernon Davis, the tight end, is outstanding. Alex Smith, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, 108.7 quarterback rating. Defense is outstanding. I'm taking San Francisco.
And so is Brian.
And so is Larry.
Moron.
The Green Bay Football Packers, traveling to Houston, Big Doug, to take on the Texans. Yeah! The Texans favored by 3 in the hook, 3.5 points, Big Doug.
Packers 2-3. Cedric Benson out. Rodgers not as accurate as was last year. He's been sacked, probably. Why he's not accurate? 21 times this year. Packers have become one-dimensional. They're not running the football. Rodgers, 68% completion, 6.92 yards per attempt, which is not him. I mean, you got to be right around 8 or 9 for this guy. 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a 97 quarterback rating. But Houston, 5-0. I think the best team in the National Football League. Although they lost linebacker Brian Cushing, that could hurt their defense, but their defensive line is led by J.J. Watt. Secondary, Manning and Joseph are pretty good. Matt Schaub, I think, is damn good. 63% completion, 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a 99.2 quarterback rating. Here's the key. Foster and Tate running the football for 649 yards. And you know what the possession time is for the Houston team? 35 minutes and 29 seconds. The opponent's 24 minutes and 31 seconds. So when I look at all this, I have no choice, but I am taking Houston.
Wow, and Brian picks the upset, goes with the Packers.
And how about this? Larry from Joliet, exactly the same picks as Brian. He also takes Green Bay. So that is, they are in, I think it might be the same guy. Brian may have called in twice.
When he was 8 years old, he organized a league of playground football. He was ahead of his time, considering the ball had not yet been invented. Is a consultant to Hallmark greeting cards. Blame him for Sweetest Day. His idea of Facebook is keeping people's actual faces in a book. He's the most interesting bookie in the world.
I don't always gamble, but when I do, I win. So call me, you moron, at 555-5555.
Stay Dougie, my friends.
Big Doug!
Oh, Big Doug, you're beautiful.
That was outstanding. That really was. Did David see what an education will get you?
It was beautiful, Doug.
I knew you were a big reader. I didn't realize it was the Book of Faces. Hey, Doug.
There's food for thought real quick.
Yep.
Written over a mirror in the men's room toilet on Rush Street. Right over the mirror, it said, "No wonder you're always going home alone." Anyway, David, have a nice time, and you and Mully take care.
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, Doug. You're the best.